Hello, friend, and thank you for watching my YouTube channel, Alpha Sky Tech. And as always, I want to thank you for your like and subscribe and for your comments. Today, I'm bringing you one of the training prep exams questions for Microsoft 365 Fundamentals MS-900 exam. So let's dive into it. So, first question says here you need to consider the underlying segments to establish whether it is accurate to ensure that when a new Microsoft Word feature is available for the underlines actually here, it's bolded. That's what I want to rephrase it here for you. So, which is similar, it's underlined or bolded, which is fine. Um, so let's continue. So to ensure that when a new Microsoft Word feature is available for work to install as soon as it became available, you should subscribe to the this is the underline or bolded target release channel. Select no adjustments required if is underlined or bolded. Segment is accurate. If the underline or bolded segments is inaccurate, select it's accurate. So for this question, and again, this is I bolded, or you can have it underlined. That's fine. It will be no adjustments required. No adjustments required. A. So next question is asking your company has a Microsoft 365 subscription. As an administrator for this subscription, you are educating users on which component to use to register their personal home devices with the company. Which of the following is the component that should be used? Enterprise mobility plus security, folks. It's B. I would go with B. Enterprise mobility and security. Okay, next questions. Number three, your company has a Microsoft Office 365 subscriptions. As an administrator for this subscription, you are educating new users on which component to use for audio and visual communication with colleagues. Which of the following is the component that should be used? Of course, that's Microsoft Teams, folks, the most popular Microsoft Teams. It's C. And next question would be your company plans to acquire Microsoft 365 subscriptions. One of the services included in the subscription is described as a cloud service that allows you to do the following. And here it says store protected files, share files, make use of an app or web browsers to access files from anywhere, restore files to an earlier date and time. Which of the following is the service being described above on all these four folks? I would go here with Microsoft OneDrive for Business. D. And again, as always, and as I will always mention this, if you have any comments, suggestions, or otherwise different opinion on these questions, let me know, please, so we can benefit from that. Thank you. So next question is number five. Your company plans to acquire a Microsoft 365 subscriptions. As one of the services include the subscriptions is described as a private social network that can be used to effectively sort out support problems. It can also be used to collect feedback on projects and documents. Which of the following in the service being described above? So on here, I would go with Microsoft Yammer. Basically, that's my B Microsoft Yammer. And then next question is to be number six. Your company intends to deploy a number of Microsoft Service devices that run Windows 10 using Windows Autopilot. Uh, this power of Intune, by the way, you have been tasked with the preparing the device for deployment by importing CSV. This is the hash we call it. files via Microsoft 365 Devices Management Portal. Which of the following combination of the blades will help you to achieve this goal? Is the of course B, the device enrollment and device blades. Is device enrollments is in there under autopilot, folks. It's B. And next questions will be number 7. Your company has Microsoft 365 subscription. As an administrator for this subscription, you have been tasked with recommending a solution that will allow users to make use of unsuited application that's not have a suite or on their Windows 10 devices. Which of the following should you recommend? I would go definitely with Windows Virtual Desktop, with Windows Azure Virtual Desktops, also called AVD. And number 8, your company has Microsoft 365 subscription. As an administrator for this subscription, you have been tasked with recommending a solution for force cloud-based application to use same credential as on premises. That's mean on sites actually on premises application. Which of the following should we recommend? Is an Azure AD Connect. Azure AD Connect, folks. That's what does the connectivity during the dust sinks every half an hour. It goes with the syncing process in here, Azure AD Connect. Next question number 9. Your company has a Microsoft 365 subscriptions. As an administrator for this subscriptions, you have been tasked with the recommending a solution that prohibit user from copying corporate information from a managed application installed on unmanaged devices. Which of the following should you recommend? I would go Microsoft Intune for sure for management of devices, folks, but there is a probability of Windows Virtual Desktop or Azure Virtual Desktop, which is 10%, but most likely is Microsoft Intune in here. And next, we're going to go to number 10. Your company is planning to migrate to Microsoft Azure and Microsoft 365. You are required to identify a cloud service that allows for website hosting. Which of the following is the model you should choose? And I would go with PaaS, of course, platform as a service, and that's B, folks, as a platform as a service, B. And we go to number 11. Your company makes use of Microsoft Series 5s in their environment. You have been tasked with making sure that admin roles are protected. The feature use should achieve this by requiring approval. Which of the following is the feature you should use? And I would definitely go with Microsoft Azure AD, Privilege uh, Identity Protection, PIP. Actually, it's within the Azure AD. It's a PIP, Privilege Identity Protection. There is a possibility of 10% as Microsoft Azure AD Identity Protection. That's not a complete wording, but I would go with Microsoft Azure AD Privilege Identity Protection, folks. Number 11 is C. And we go to number 10. You need to consider the underline, which is this here underlines, folks. Again, I have it in here to establish, or I can just bold it for you. That's what I'd like to have it. Whether it's accurate to retrieve data from employee who requests personal data under General Data Protection GDPR guidelines. You have to create a GDPR assessment. Select no adjustments required if the underlying segments is accurate. If the underlying segments is an inaccurate, select the accurate options. What should you do? So for that, I would go for sure with the data subjects request case. So you're gonna have a case for that for the GD anything that's come with the GDPR, folks, and personal information. So you have to have a data subjects request case in here. Number 12 is the And number 13, you need to consider the underlying segment to establish whether it is accurate. So underlying segments is here, folks. I can do it underline here for you, and I bold it also. So you are a Microsoft 365 administrator for the company who employees are allowed to access corporate information located in the cloud via their personal devices. You have been tasked with making sure that the employee are prohibited from copying this information to their personal OneDrive folder. You should make use of Intune app protections. Select select no adjustments required if underlying segments is accurate. If underlying segments is inaccurate, select accurate options. I would definitely go no adjustments. So Intune does have an app protection in there. You can manage. There's a possibility of 10% information right management, folks. I don't pay attention, but I'm just thinking of that, but it's not actually that's what I gave it about 10%, but it is for sure no adjustments required. And A for 13. And next question is your company has a Microsoft 365 subscription and you have been tasked with removing customer information in the compliance with general data GDP again protection regulation after the customer generate data subject request DSR. That's where generate data subject request. We call it DSR. You want to make sure that legal holds are placed on the relevant information if the opportunity raise. You want to start searching for the client information by using content search e-discovery. Which of the following applications can be selected with this method? And then you have two options, folks. I would go with Microsoft Outlook. That's one of the things. And Microsoft SharePoint Online. These are 2 points that you need to address it actually. So it'll be Microsoft Outlook and Microsoft SharePoint. So for 14, B and D. So next questions will be 15. After acquiring Microsoft 365 E5 license, that's very high subscriptions and very expensive, you are tasked with the applying a security feature. You are currently configuring a security feature that allows you to control how Microsoft support engineer access information during help session. Which of the following is the feature you are configuring? Of course, a customer lockbox, folks. It's a customer lockbox. And we go to number 16. After acquiring Microsoft 365 E5 subscription again, you are tasked with the applying security feature. You are currently configuring a security feature that allows to protect against identified malware viruses. So now we switched from this the verbatim, as you can see that, to unidentified malware viruses and malicious URL. Which of the following is featured? You are selecting Microsoft Azure AD. Again, Microsoft Azure AD Identity Protection. That's in Microsoft AD or Entra ID. That's currently. So also here I would go with Microsoft Office 365 Advanced Threat because you can access both from there and you can have a security set also. So AND Microsoft Office 365 Advanced Threat Protection, folks. So AND. So number 17, your company has a Microsoft 365 subscriptions and after a Microsoft 365 outage, the service health dashboard indicate no issues with the service. You check the service health dashboard and observe that the service is healthy. You then access the post incidents review pair, we call it PIR. Which of the following is the maximum time after incident has been resolved that you have to wait for a parliament, primarily post-incident review to delivered via your service health. I believe this is 48 hours. Well, yep, I was all right on it. Is C, 48 hours, folks. 2 days almost you wait in there. So it's C, 17. It will be C. And then next questions will be a retail company is planning to upgrade their Windows 7 point of sales terminals to Windows 10. Yes, there's a lot of them like that. You have been informed that the terminal should only be upgraded again after a minimum of 5 years. Your solution has to allow for scheduling of upgrade and updates to be exceeded constantly for uh, A1 device for A1 devices while also keeping costs to a minimum. Um, which of the following is the version of Windows you should upgrade to? Of course, that's for Windows 10 Enterprise LTSC, which stands for Long-Term Service Channels. That's is capable of you can do an upgrade for it. Windows 10 is again for number 18 will be Windows 10 Enterprise LTSC stands for long-term service channel, folks. And we go to number 19. And here, a retail company is planning to upgrade to their again. This is similar. It's going to be changing the verb, the template of the questions. Windows 7, so it's upgrading to Windows 7 point of sales terminals to Windows 10. You have been informed that the terminal should only be upgraded again after a minimum of 5 years. Your solution has allowed for a scheduling of upgrade and updates to exceed constantly for A1 devices while also keeping cost to of update to exceed minimum exceeded constantly while also keeping costs of minimum. Which of the following servicing you should you allow here or should you use Windows Server update services? So, folks, there is a differencing in the as you can see here in the version, the verbatim, and in the servicing. So that's why you can differentiate. But as you can see, the question is similar, but the conclusion, the main idea is asking is different. So that's why you have to remember he's asking for version, and here is asking for servicing tool. That so the servicing tool will be Windows Server Update Services. That's what you're going to use in here. And number 20, you need to consider the underline. Again, we can put the underline here beside the bolded. I bolded, make it better, looks better. You need to consider the underlying segments to establish whether it is accurate. Your company has a Microsoft 365 subscription. As an administrator for this subscription, you want to check what the prerequisite pre precautious. Matter of fact, you're gonna like being awake or being precautious. That's mean being alert. Let's put it that way. What is to make you be an alert, or if, as an administrator for this subscription, or if the availability terms of the Microsoft Office 365 services are not satisfied. You analyze the service level agreement. You analyze the service agreement. Select no adjustments required. If the underlying segment says, oh, okay, I will go definitely with no adjustments required. Analyze it here. That's all what you need. No adjustments required. This is for A for question number 20, folks, here. And for question number 21, and it'll be the last one, you need to identify which Microsoft platform provide hybrid capabilities for migrating from an on-prem, that's mean on structure, location, physical deployment, which two platform provides hybrid capabilities for migration. Each correct answer is provided complete solutions. You're going to choose two, Microsoft Skype for Business, that's one of them, and Microsoft Exchange, folks, is C. A and C. Microsoft Skype for Business is A, and Microsoft Exchange. That's all what I have, folks. And again, I want to thank you for your like and subscribes, and your comments if you have any questions about these things. If you have different opinion about these questions, let me know in the comments below. And again, I want to thank you for watching my YouTube channel Alpha Sky Tech, and have a great day. Thank you.